want to go. Cause I've never been. Well, I can't say I've never been. I went hiking in Roanoke, Virginia.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a
Awesome.
camp that I went to.
Yeah, we'll definitely, after we're done with the session and everything, we'll grab everybody that was in the room before and,
Can we change our clothes?
Huh?
Can we change our clothes?
Yeah, you can do that. It's no problem.
These boots ain't working.
So I've had a moment to introduce myself to you and stuff, and so I wanted to go ahead and start off. This will be my first time ever talking with you, so if you'd like to kind of fill me in on what's going on with you, a little bit about yourself, and kind of like to get to know you.
Well, I like music. I like music, photography, like Tyler was saying. I like writing, playing volleyball, hiking, kayaking, whitewater rafting, flying, cliff jumping. I don't know what that is. But,
Yeah.
anything that's like extreme sports, I like doing.
So you like excitement.
Yeah.
But you have artistic flair too.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay.
That's what I like, and then so the thing that where it all started was back in October. In October, I was going through depression. Like I knew it was starting to happen because I started reading more into it to see what it was.
Right.
The reason I was feeling the way I was, and so that started back. So
what did that look like to you?
I was down. I was sleeping a lot. There were days where I would have mood swings where I'd be happy one day, then the next, I'd be aggressive, or I wouldn't hurt nobody. No.
Right.
But that was in October, and then it started getting worse as the months started passing. Like in November, I tried committing 2 times, I believe.
Committing what?
Suicide.
Okay. All right.
So I tried 2 times. I tried getting hit by a car.
Okay.
That didn't work. And then the next time, I tried getting hit by a car twice in November. And then in December, I tried getting hit by a car, overdosing.
Okay.
Like I guess she was telling you about. And then tried stabbing myself. And then in January, I tied up a noose around a dock that's near a bridge that's close to where I live.
Right.
And I tied it with it was a wire. So I tied that, put it on the dock, and then there was the bridge. And one week in January, at the towards of it, I ran from so I was hanging with friends or whatever, and it's because I came out to my family, and they didn't take it so well, and my mom, she was texting me saying, your uncle, he's putting you down, and I'm not going to tell you what he's saying because it's too bad, and it pissed me off, so I said, fuck everybody, and then I said I'm going to kill myself, and then I turned off my phone. Hanging out with friends, turned my phone back on to see if I had text messages, and 2 friends texted me. One was at a 7-Eleven I was going to, and another was back in the neighborhood where I used to live, and they were like, oh, the cops, they're looking for you, where are you, are you okay? And then I didn't text them back, and I turned my phone off and took off. I ran from one city to another, and I ran from the cops, went to the bridge, was about to jump off because there's crab traps, and it was going to catch me down there, and that was going to happen, but I heard the police siren, so I took off across the bridge, ran into another neighborhood to get away from like the main street where the police were because I still heard them, and I ran to the dark, and when everything was like unknown numbers were calling me, and then there was like cars following me, so I had to get out of the place, and it was like dark and back in the neighborhood, this neighborhood I've never been in, and then I saw like a car, so I took off into people's yards to get out of the way. Then I went to my friend's house, stayed the night at her house. We told her parents that I got kicked out, but and told them the truth the next day. And my friend, she also went through all the stuff that I went through, like the suicide and cutting. I cut it a few times, or 7 times for 7 times to try killing myself. And the other night, the next day I went, they took me back home because they're military and they don't, they have experience with that, so they sent me back home. and then I started back over. Then I went to school on Monday. I had a mental breakdown in my first class, and I stormed out of the class, threw all my stuff, and went crying. Then told the teacher. The teacher took me to the guidance. Guidance sent me to the hospital, and then from the hospital sent me to a mental hospital. I was there for 2 weeks. That was the first 2 weeks of February, and then they gave me the pills. It was fine after I got home. Everything was fine with the family, taking my pills, and then I guess the pills just started like not working,
Right.
and then my family they started doing all the stuff that they did before, and it's just caused caused me to everything to start right back up, and then the pills I didn't want to take them, and then tried overdosing a few times at my house.
What pills were you taking?
Right now, I'm taking lithium and Concerta.
Okay. And before, what are the pills you're referring to?
Anything I could find.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't prescribed medication for anything. It was just whatever you could take.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly, was it opioids or was it Xanaxes and stuff like that?
Biotin.
Mm-hmm.
It said I think to take one a day, so I took 10.
Oh, okay.
And then, the pills that, and I have a few other pills I can't remember that I would chug vitamins. I know they can't kill you. They were good though. But it all started happening again. I went to school and starting to get a little depressed more. And here at Job Corps, I've been claustrophobic, like surrounded by all the trees. I actually want to transfer to like a city because that's where I'm from.
Right.
And I don't like the way it's like so small and packed and like the trees and everything. And I've been sick. I'm sick right now. Like my stomach hurts a little.
Right.
But just being enclosed, it's not working for me. And I guess they also said something about the pollen's real bad too, so that probably could be something. And then the allergies. But yeah, my stomach's been hurting and stuff like that. And then Friday, I was listening, I guess, to depressing music or whatever, but started crying a little, and then the suicidal thoughts came back, and I remembered I had pills, so I was about to just chug it, and it's some amoxicillin. I was gonna chug that whole bottle while everybody went to the movies, but I didn't, and I told one of my friends, and he was like, "Oh, don't do that," stuff like that, and he just told me to come to the movies, so I just got up and went to the movies.
Okay. And so now you're talking to me.
Yeah, and then that's why I told the nurse, because I know I didn't tell nobody before and all that stuff happened, so went ahead and told somebody about it to see what to fix it.
Okay. So now I've kind of heard the whole story. Now I want to kind of go back and get a timeline on all this and try to get an understanding on it. Now, did you start wanting to kill yourself or had suicidal ideations after you came out or before you came out?
It was a little before, just didn't tell nobody, and then
what began that? What was it? The idea of coming out, or was it something else that just was?
It was that, and also I have PTSD.
Okay.
When I was little, a lot of bad things happened. I was sexually assaulted, I think sexually assaulted is the word, by my father. Okay. And I was separated from my mom and my dad, or I don't call him dad no more, but him and my mom, they had a divorce when I was 6 because he cheated on her. We lived like a trailer or whatever, and then I went with my mom, and I remember walking up and down the streets barefooted. I had blisters on the bottom of my feet. I'd go into 7-Elevens and beg for money and steal stuff. I'd beg for Slurpees and stuff like that. And then I would sleep on the doorsteps of a church. I remember that. And I remember sleeping in an abandoned house, and there was like spiders everywhere and rats. And
how old were you?
Around 5, 6 years old.
Yeah, okay, I got you at 6. And that's when last time you saw your dad too?
Yeah, I don't know.
Did they pull you out of the house, or did your mom separate from him, or?
My grandma and my grandpa, I guess you want to call it adoption, they took custody of me.
Well, that's great.
But then my grandfather, he died in 2009, and then my grandma, she's been a real twit. Just say that. She's part of the reason that I tried killing myself.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about her? What happened?
So she is who I came out to, and so when I came out to her, then she told my aunt, which I really didn't care, and then because I get on with my aunt, and then she told my uncle, and my uncle was the one who triggered me to do all this.
To this. Then what did your uncle do?
He put me down, and I remember I was saying that my mom texted me and said that your uncle was, he put you down, and he said something I can't tell you. That's what she told me.
Gotcha.
So I don't know. I don't know what he said.
So the stress and strain of wanting to come out, really being confused about it, not understanding how this is all going to turn out, but you went ahead and you trusted your granny with it. She called somebody else, and then they started berating you or belittling you, and that's when the depression kind of kicked in for you and stuff. And now it sounded like there was a whole bunch of different times you tried to commit suicide, but it sounds like the way you talk about it, it's a shorter time than what it seems. So when you said you tried to get hit by a car?
Twice.
So can you tell me a little bit about that? Did you plan that, or did you just impulsively just do it, or did you think about, hey, this is the way I'm gonna do it, and I've got it, and I'm gonna, or did you just straight out the door and?
So I was walking because we have like stores near us, and there was a main road, and it was at night, and I walked to the store, and I was walking home, and I had my earbuds in. So what I did was I put the music all the way up to make it really loud, and then I would wait till I saw a big pickup truck, or any cars coming, and what I did was I put the music in my ears, looked away, and then once the cars got a little close, I stepped onto the road, and because I did that, and then nothing happened, and then I looked down the road, and it's like the cars, they weren't even that close nowhere, but they were still far back, and I did that twice, but nothing happened.
And nothing happened. Okay, so that didn't, and when that didn't work, you tried what?
So that didn't work, and then I tried stabbing myself, because I had a pocket knife. You probably see it,
right?
The scars or whatever. They're there, but
so you tried to cut up your arm or across?
Yeah, I cut all the way up to about here.
Okay.
All that, and then there's only 3 or 4 you can barely see, but they're going away. And then I cut myself right there too.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then so I tried stabbing myself, but my friend let me come to her house, and she talked me out of it. And then that didn't work, so I was gonna overdose at school, not with the pills that I had, because I didn't get them until a month later. And then so I was looking at I had Garcinia Kaboja. I had all different types of pills that I bought from the store or whatever, because I was taking them to help me lose weight, and they were working, but I took a lot of them.
So diet pills is what they were, basically?
Yeah, I had a lot of diet pills, and then I found pills in my the bathroom, and then I found pills in my aunt's medicine cabinet, and...
What were those?
I don't know, just saw a bottle.
Just tried it and gave it a shot.
Well, I actually took it, and I put it into my top dresser drawer, because I was gonna take all of them to school and overdose in the bathroom, because that happened. I tried taking them to school. I was gonna do it in the bathroom, but since I tried stabbing myself, and my friends or whatever, my grandma, she went to the top dresser drawer and found them all.
Gotcha.
And so that didn't work. And so I tried, tried that, and I tried getting hit by a car again to see if it would work, and
still didn't.
So that's gave up on that one. And so I tried, so I went on ahead and made the noose out of, there was a hobo hut or whatever you want to call it, by the dock, and then it had a long cable cord, and so I tied that into a noose and hung it over the dock, and was about to do it, but then there was some people that came down,
Right.
because it was a dock. Some people were about to go fishing, so I don't know if they saw me or whatever, but I took it and set it down underneath the dock and
Right.
walked away. And so that didn't happen. Then that's when I ran from the cops and want to go hang myself again and jump off the bridge.
All right. And so at that point in time, what happened that you decided to come to Job Corps and stuff? How did you get from that point in your life to Job Corps?
And can I help you, sir? But in the mental hospital, they told me about Job Corps, the therapist.
All right. Now, how did you make it to the mental hospital? How'd that happen for you?
I went to school, had the mental breakdown. Sent me to
School. Okay, so then the mental breakdown at school. Okay.
Yeah.
And they sent you there. Okay. And so what did you go through there?
They did some tests and stuff like that and tried to find a disorder for me, and I had bipolar type 2 depression, and then ADHD or ADD is one of them.
Okay.
And that's why I take the pills for that. And I did all the tests, and I did like group meetings, like social skills and community, like all that kinds of skills, whatever. Then we did school. We had fun, like go to the gym and do all kinds of stuff. And then we had breakfast, lunch, dinner, and watch movies. And
how long did you stay there?
2 weeks. I stayed from January 31st to February 9th.
How'd you like it? Was it helpful?
It was actually pretty nice. I actually wanted to go back after I left because feeling was getting out of hand, and it was better where I was.
Okay. And so how did they help you work through or process through what you were going through?
I met with a therapist and a counselor. Like every day I went and talked through like problems that I had, or that if I was having any thoughts or whatever, then they give me the pills, and I guess they were working really well, and all the thoughts and everything was going away.
Okay. How did they help you through your, when you came out and said that you were homosexual and stuff? How did they work through that with you and help you?
They were telling me like, don't care what people have to say. It's your life. It's who you are, and stuff like that. So
Right.
it was awesome.
How do you feel that helped you?
Oh, sorry, I just hit a spider.
It's all right.
That helped me out somewhat. I kind of took that what they said, and took it and changed the way I was and the way I treated people, the way I wanted people to treat me and stuff like that, and how I acted. And after I came out of the hospital, I was like friends. I had a lot more friends and everything like that. So I guess me coming out was a whole turning point for my life.
Right. And was it what you expected? I mean, I know you're getting it from your family, the hard part, right? And your uncle being so hard-headed or mean.
Mm-hmm.
But you did gain some support from friends, right?
Yeah.
And so how did that help you take on your role or to feel better about your position?
Well, I knew that I had people that supported me.
Right.
So just if I had any problems or anything, I could always just leave my house, go to them, and just hang out, or I could text them, call them, and just had people that were supportive.
Yeah, you knew you were loved
Mm-hmm.
and cared about people.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you weren't alone
Mm-hmm.
or isolated in that. And so you
I
had
mean, we're in
support.
2018 now, it's
Right.
a lot of people.
Right. So that. So how's your confidence built since then? How do you feel?
It's really good. I get along with everybody. Like first day here, I got along with everybody, made friends,
Okay.
and I guess I get along better with girls than guys.
Mm-hmm.
But like the guys here, I got along with them
Okay.
really well.
So you're transitioning here. Well.
Yeah.
And people are nice to you, and you get along. You got great kids up here. You got a lot of great people up here.
Yeah, a lot of them know that because I showed them the bracelet and everything. They're cool with it.
Yeah, cool.
Like Tyler, he knows, and just take pictures.
Yeah, you're his photographer.
Yeah.
And he's Hollywood, so. So now you come back in today, now that you've given me some of this information, and you said you're starting to feel suicidal again?
Yeah, on Friday I was.
Okay. Are you taking your medication?
I have. I didn't take it yesterday. I didn't take it Saturday, Sunday, or today, but I've been fine.
Right.
But it was Friday I took it. It was like, so I got here last Tuesday. I took it on Tuesday, didn't take it Wednesday, took it Thursday and Friday. And then Friday's like when it hit me like that. And I got the thoughts, and Saturday I was fine, Sunday fine, today I'm fine. And I didn't take my pill. Didn't take my pills.
So, now, not taking your medication, do you not like to take it? Does it make you feel strange, or is there something about your medication?
It helps me.
It helps?
Yeah, in a way it does. Like,
okay.
It's not that strong now, so it doesn't really do much effect on me. I just take in whatever.
And it keeps you balanced, so. It's nice when you don't have to have all the side effects, and you find just the right milligram that lets you live normally and not have to fall asleep in the middle of the day or all those other things that come with it. So, what milligram are they giving you?
I have no idea. They have it in there,
but it's not enough that it creates problems for you, and but it's enough that it actually helps you with the depression and the suicidal thoughts.
A little. Like I said, I guess I need a stronger dose or higher dose or whatever, because like Friday I took it and then thought.
How many days did you miss that?
Took it Tuesday. Didn't take it on Wednesday. Took it Thursday, Friday.
Okay, so you missed one day, and then on Friday it hit when you had the thoughts, and then Saturday you were good again. All right, okay. And so you just came in today to check with us and kind of report what was going on, and to see if you needed to do an increase in medication, maybe. So that's what you're looking for. Okay. When you began to get the suicidal ideations, what were you actually thinking about at the time that made you want to commit suicide?
Back at home or here?
Here.
I was listening to depressing music, and the song that I listened to was the one that I was listening to when I had a mental breakdown.
Okay.
So that, and plus I had a lot of memories. Like, so when I take my pills, it's like they clear all the bad memories that I had, and all the memories of the things that happened at my house and stuff like that, where I was gonna commit, but I guess it's the PTSD coming back, but it was all the memories of that, and then all the memories of that stuff that happened when I was a child, all that like combined, and it was like too much, and I was just sitting in the room, laying down, just listening to music, crying.
Okay. All right. Can you do me a favor, and whenever that happens, come talk to me?
Mm-hmm.
I really appreciate it. So, when they had you at the hospital, did they not diagnose you with post-traumatic stress disorder, or?
They did.
Okay, so they did give you that. Okay. And what were they doing for you there for your post-traumatic stress disorder?
They took a lot of tests and stuff like that, and asked me a lot of questions about stuff that happened in my past, and then I had to take personality. I had to do personality questions, character questions, all these kind of questions, just so they can determine my diagnosis. And they got PTSD, and I guess one of the pills that I take it helps clear it. Like, I think it's the bipolar, because it also helps with my mood swings. I didn't realize I had mood swings. But.
What would you like to do? Coming to see me and talk with me and stuff. What would you be interested in working through? What is
stress?
Stress. Okay. All right. What else would you like?
Feeling sick, like getting closed
in.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
Like when I step out the door, I look to my left, trees, and like everywhere's just trees.
Everywhere. Yeah, and I guess they don't have a lot of those where you're from.
I mean, we have trees, but not this many. 'Cause I'm not from the mountains now.
Yeah.
I'm from like the beach.
The beach,
Mhm.
palm trees. Yeah, so I can imagine that would be pretty. What we'll do is you asked about going hiking,
Mhm.
so we'll be going hiking here as soon as we're done. We'll go check it out. We'll go out and look over the valley and stuff.
Is it around here? Is it like,
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. So we'll all go.
yeah.
So
'Cause
that
I
would
like,
be a stress reliever for you.
yeah, I like doing stuff like that because when I do that, it just takes my mind off of stuff. Like back at home, I was playing volleyball or whatever, and when I was depressed before I went to the hospital, and I did volleyball, and it took my mind off of stuff. Like if I'm doing something, like a coping skill, it'll take my mind off of it, like singing, playing piano, because I'm self-taught on piano, stuff like that. So whenever I get depressed,
Oh, that's
I just
amazing.
go create a song, and now I have like 3 songs, and one of them I'm working with another student here named probably know her, Chelsea.
Yeah,
Working with her on
yeah.
the song.
Yeah, she's a singer too.
Mhm.
So, yeah, so awesome. Well, sounds like you got in with the right kids and young adults. So, that's great because that's going to be a real powerful encourager for you. You know, you being here, and just based on what I know, I just I want to point out that I think that you are very resilient young man, and having going through what you had to go through, and then coming out is a very, very difficult situation. It can be very scary, right? Create a lot of fear and anxiety in you and stuff like that. And so it's only normal that you would struggle in that and feel a sense of depression, especially since your family, kind of let you down on that and didn't really back you up and support you at first, at least, so that's normal.
Yeah.
You're not acting outside the normal issues. A lot of kids your age, including myself at your age, had suicidal thoughts because we thought the world sucked, right? And sometimes it's just not worth living, right? But I'd like to let you know it is, and it passes. All that hardship and all that stuff that we worry about and things that we have to deal with as kids and everything. Those things do pass. And we grow and mature and we become stronger and more confident in ourselves. And we're able to cope with those things and move through them. All right.
Mhm.
So I would continue having a positive attitude. If you start to have those thoughts or something doesn't feel right, I always want you to feel welcome to come talk with me, and we can go on hikes and walks and stuff and get through it. But it sounds like you're a pretty amazing person, if you ask me. That's a lot of artistic and athletic ability and stuff, and self-taught writing music. I mean, you have a lot of reasons to keep it going, staying focused. You have a lot to offer this world, a lot to achieve and do. So I hope you stay positive on that. All right. Okay.
What about kayaking? Because I love going kayaking.
We don't. They have canoeing at the bottom of the mountain. So Phillips is the one you would ask about that, and they've gone kayaking in caves. They got a cave kayaking routine. They got a whole limestone mine underground in this mountain back here. It goes back like miles, and into the mountains. And so they put you in kayaks and canoes, and you actually paddle back into the limestone quarries because they're filled with water. And so it's it's kind of neat. They got all kinds of stuff. So while you're up here, you're going to get to do a lot of different events.
What about whitewater rafting?
No, they probably ain't going to let you do that. But they'll do the canoeing, the rappelling, the climbing, the hiking. They'll do all that. That's a normal thing that happens, right?
Zip lining?
Zip
lining?
Zip lining. They've got zip line here somewhere.
They were telling me
in the gorge, there's natural bridge somewhere. They got zip lining.
Back here, and then they got it down there.
Yeah, so you'll see that. Plus, they got zip lining at where the kayaking into the limestone quarries. Well, it's part of another a park, and it's an event park where they do all that kind of stuff. So they'll have zip lining there and rock climbing and all that kind of stuff. And so, yeah.
There's another thing I saw in the student handbook. It was an amusement park. I think it's Kings Island.
Mm-hmm.
Where is that?
That
What
is in
that?
Ohio. So that's a long ways away.
Now, you go to it?
I know they do events where they travel to them. I don't know if they do that or not.
Because I know I was reading about it. It said it in the student handbook
Mm-hmm.
about the amusement park.
Yeah, they'll probably, it's either going to be that or Kentucky Kingdom, which is in Louisville.
I think that's what it was.
Kentucky Kingdom, yeah. So that's in Louisville, and that's only an hour and a half
When is that?
away, 2 hours, huh?
When is that?
They schedule these events at different points in the summer, and it goes to the students who they've got a gold card, red card, green card type process here.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you've been a real good student, no write-ups, being in class, doing all your things and everything, you get to go on the trip. That's how it works. So, and then if you haven't been doing anything you're supposed to, then you don't get rewarded. So that's part of the deal.
Is the amusement park year round?
Huh?
Is that...
It's going to be all most of this year. I mean, it'll go all the way into October probably.
I don't know if you
I
heard
would
of
say
it.
September, October, yeah.
It's called the Jubilee.
Uh-huh.
Have you heard of that?
No.
It's a big. This is the largest. It's the largest amusement park in the America,
Oh,
but it
wow.
travels around the America. And just recently, this past weekend, was at my hometown.
Oh, wow.
By Miss.
Yeah, if something like that popped up, they would probably go to that.
Yeah,
Because that's a big deal,
I
right?
want to get on the roller coaster.
Kentucky State Fair, stuff like that. They do all, So yeah, so they do events like that because they don't get a chance to catch them any other time. So
Mhm.
Comic-Con, so you get to go to the Comic-Con conventions and stuff like that.
I know.
Yeah, that's why I did my whole office and Marvel Comics and DC Comics and stuff, Star Wars and everything. Everybody seems to like that stuff, and I love it. I grew up on it, so cool. Well, it was wonderful getting to know you and everything, and we'll meet again, and we'll start working on things. Okay,
All right.
sound good?
Mhm.
All right.